Top of the SportsMax Zone for this afternoon. The world is deadlocked coming out of the first leg quarterfinals in the Jamaica Premier League at Sabina Park on Monday afternoon. In the first match, Arnett Gardens came from behind to draw 1-0 with Harbour, and we have those highlights.
As we take a look at the full-time highlights, Arnett Gardens had a couple of chances early, and Harbour had to do some defending. Here's a shot from Guthrie that was blocked. Philon Lawrence was very good at the other stages, and that had to be put behind by Eric Edwards. Arnett Gardens, Allen finding Johnson, who had a good game, and Anthony Bennett skipping across to collect, and then he started the counter. Trayvon Reed from in his own half, making the run, getting by Ezra Simpson, and then Earl Simpson, who would eventually bring him down. And that was an easy call for referee Mason. And Reed with a conversion from 12 yards. In the 45th minute, Reed getting his 9th goal this season. And the Stars of the East were 1-0 up. They deserved that lead. They really did. Impressive first half. Arnett Gardens showed more ambition in the second half. Allen trying to chip the keeper there, couldn't get by Bennett. He'd be more involved. This one was whipped across by Johnson. And Arbwine took a shot that had to be parried over by Bennett. This one, nodded down by Simpson, was cleared off the line. Lewis's effort on target. And then the follow-up by Anglin. Trayvon Reed couldn't quite put it away. Colorado Moore with a big opportunity here. Missed the target. Could not believe it. And then the goal. Real hustle from Marlon Allen. And look at that. He really buried that one to get his 10th this season. The boy from Ocharias High, firing that one, the 20-year-old. Emphatic finish. Can you remember this one? Rifling that one through. Too quick for Bennett. And boy, wasn't he relieved.
For me personally, today was a very great game, you know. From a team perspective, I think we have done very well coming to this. As you may know, it was a difficult one coming to this playoff. And I think we're going to get there. I think we got what it takes to get there.
And I can see you had a lot to say to the officials today. Certainly a grueling game. What was some of the things you were saying to the referees? You thought you were being done a hard job.
Yeah, I mean, at that point in the game, I think they were, all the players were holding on to me. So at that point, I think most of the times I deserve some call, you know.
All right, excellent goal today from the penalty spot. Trayvon, continue to perform well. We look forward to seeing you on Thursday.
Same to you.
Yeah, so 1-1 with that fixture, Arnett Gardens against Harbour. In the day's second game, defending champions Cavalier, they battled to a stalemate with the Pride of St. Anne, Mount Pleasant Academy. We have those highlights as well.
As we take a look at the full-time highlights here. Wasn't a lot to write home about. Ladale Ritchie making a mistake early on, and Dwayne Atkinson couldn't make him and Mount Pleasant pay. Cavalier had quite a few opportunities. This one was fired wide by Melvin Doxley. Did well to get into that position. This effort from Daniel Green going goalwards after the keeper, Reno Bartlett, came off his line. But Ricochet Moore was in the right place at the right time, right in front of the goal, blocking that effort. Here's Ricardo Morris, not sure how he skied that one. It was a big chance. There he is again on free kick duty, straight into the arms of Bartlett. Murray with the chip over the top. And Anderson with the attempt there. Ming had to come up big on a couple of occasions. He's our player of the game. Kyle Ming, the captain of Cavalier. And then another big opportunity there. Irving twisting and turning, trying to get the ball inside, looking again for Anderson. Cavalier had a few more chances, and Ainsworth putting that one into the side netting. Big opportunity there for the champions to go ahead in this fixture.
Kyle, another clean sheet here for Cavalier. How difficult was it for you to lead these men as a captain without the likes of Richard King in the defense line?
Well, we always play together, so with or without any player, we will do really well same way.
And how would you assess your performance? Some telling tackles throughout the 90 minutes for you.
Well, I made some important tackles today, and we came out with a clean sheet, so I'm really thankful for that.
And how do you think about the performance going up front? Disappointed that you didn't find a goal?
Yeah, we get a lot of chance and we didn't put them away, but we have the second leg to get it correct.
Yeah, so the second and deciding legs will be played on Thursday also at Sabina Park. Both matches squared at the moment, and both matches will be live on SportsMax 2 as well. So, George, it's almost as if they didn't have a first leg because they are starting in the same position as they did yesterday.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Let me start with the Arnett Gardens Harbour game, because the first thing I noticed from there was a graphic, the full page graphic at the end, looking at the vital numbers from the game. I said, wait, is this right? Arnett Gardens conceded 10 free kicks, Lance, in the whole game. 10. You know how many yellow cards Arnett Gardens players picked up? 5. 5 free kicks on 10 fouls. On the Waterhouse side, I saw... Harbourview side. Yes, the winner would play Waterhouse. That's why Waterhouse is in my head. On the Harbourview side, they had, I think, 11 free kicks for maybe 3 yellow cards. Whatever it happened, they had 8 yellow cards between the two teams. So it was that kind of game, which is why you heard Chris Taylor asking Trevon Reed at the end if he was, what was he saying to the referee? Because clearly Reed felt he was being fouled, and people weren't red carded for what he felt were red card tackles, or more people weren't booked. That's the first thing. The second thing is the Marlon Allen goal. And if do we have it again, Mr. Producer? Can we roll it? He did something very clever in working that goal. In football, strikers know, or if you know the game well enough, you'll know that you can barge a player off the ball 2 ways. The common way, if we watch this, so he's alone, he's not favourite here, but he battles Shamari Dyer, then he barges him away, cuts inside, and bang, had a little look, and went through the goalkeeper's hands. You may say the goalkeeper should have done better, but it was hit with tremendous power. So, just work with the striker. But look at this. That move right there, yeah? So, thank you, Mr. Producer. So the thing is this. You barge players off the ball 2 ways. You either go with your shoulder, which is more likely to invite the referee to whistle against you for a foul. Most times, you'll get away if you barge with the hip. In that play, Marlon Allen went in with the hip, so it was a hefty hip challenge. A referee seeing 2 players like that, hip to hip, is very unlikely to whistle anybody for an infringement because he'll see it as body to body. So notice what I said, you know this very well. So it's not for your benefit, it's for the others watching. When you lead in with the shoulder, you're more likely to get fouled because you're seen to be wanting to get an advantage in an unfair way. So Allen could have gone with the shoulder, He could have gone with the shoulder. But cleverly in the moment, he went with that, and he's a strong boy. He went with a hefty hip. Dyer hit out of the way like a rag doll, cuts inside. That's what made the goal special.
It was a good goal, and he's a young player, only 20 years old, and showed a lot of material.
Right here again, Lance. Bang! It's the hip. Went in with it was more the hip than anything that caught.
Even the way that he cut the ball away from the second defensive challenge was also very impressive. Where he steals the ball here, but the second defender comes now to help Shamar Dar, and he cuts away from the second defender very, very impressively. That's a good goal. And it came pretty late as well, and Arnett needed that goal because they were trailing 1-0 at the time. The Mount Pleasant Cavalier game,
I hear it was a bad game.
Was hugely disappointing. I don't think I've seen either team play as badly as they did last night. I'm not sure if it's playoff nerves or what, but they just looked off.
No fluency.
They kept giving the ball away, missing chances that they would normally score. And I don't know. We just have to hope that the second leg on Thursday will be a lot better, because these are good teams.
I'm almost certain the second leg won't be poor. There was a moment there in our highlight reel, Ladier Richard dicing with danger. You said it on Monday's show that his lack of pace, which is the only thing you can mark Ladier Richard down on, because he's a superb defender otherwise.
Yes, he is.
But he doesn't have the pace anymore because of injuries that he's suffered over the years.
Yeah.
But you can't, as a defender, you have to know what your tools are. You know that pace is not your strong point. You don't attempt to control a ball in the way that he tried to. Square.
Yes.
You try to control the ball square, which means if the ball is miscontrolled and it goes to either side, you don't have the quickness to turn and chase, either to chase the ball down or to close the space that the ball is moving into. And he got lucky because I don't know why Dwayne Atkinson chose to go to the goalkeeper's near post. There was almost nothing at the near post to aim for, and the goal across to the goalkeeper's left was gaping. And Dwayne Atkinson didn't go across the goalkeeper. So that's how Mount Pleasant got out of jail there.
I think his body shape wasn't comfortable for him to go to the far post, but that is an adjustment he should have made, because that attempt should definitely have been aimed at the far post instead of the near post. The player I love a lot of time for, Dwayne Atkinson, and I still think he needs to be scoring a lot more goals than he is scoring, because he has all the tools.
Yes.
He has pace, he has dribbling skills, he can kick with both feet, he's very tricky.
Yes.
He will, with his deft move, he gets rid of defenders pretty easily. I just think he is such a quality player, and that was him playing that pass there.
Yes.
He shows that he's also good as a provider on the football field. So he just turned 20 years old a couple of months ago, Dwayne Atkinson. I think
this is the player,
he's a bright future,
So look at Richie can't do this. You can't do that. And then Dwayne Atkinson right here, second touch exit, lads, he can go across the keeper. From there, he ought to have gone across, but some reason the goalkeeper has his near post blocked.
Yes.
Yeah. And Dwayne Atkinson.
He should have gone far post, no question about it. So he'll be cursing himself, because the match was a 0-0 draw in the end. So a goal there, and there were other misses as well. We saw Morris with an uncharacteristic high kick. He was at a bit of an angle, but the
player of his quality on his strong left foot as well.
That should have at least given the goalkeeper some work to do. So both teams have a lot to improve on for the second leg on Thursday. And I'm confident they will, because it's no do or die. Sometimes I think when you go into a first leg assignment, you have this feeling that you have 180 minutes to play, and it's not a 90-minute match. It is, but it's just the first part. So let's hope that they'll step up the pace and play well on Thursday. So Arnett and Harbourview locked at 1-1, and we have Mount Pleasant and Cavalier locked at 0-0 for the second leg coming up Thursday again. That will be live on SportsMax 2. You can't afford to miss it on Thursday evening. We go to break. A lot more to come still on the SportsMax Zone.
Thank you for watching SportsMax on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and to click the notification bell to stay informed.